And here it is, the Lenovo Legion monitor. Very cool. Been using it for a few days now. I've actually used it to test multiple of these Legion desktops, 2025 Legion desktops. I bought one and I got 2 review samples. This is a Legion 7 tower with a 5080, 285K. Anyways, it's not about that, but it looks cool. Okay, so here having a look at the monitor, you can see here it's on a little bit of a sale. I've actually seen it go a little bit lower than that as well. Of course, you can always stack Lenovo coupons, student discounts, all that kind of stuff, cash back. So it's hard to take Lenovo pricing at face value because typically you can get it a lot lower. We'll go over some of the specs here, but you can see nice kind of aesthetic, which I'll show off here. Coming down, so 34-inch ultra wide. You're going to get a brightness, if you just turn it up, to 450, which is good for an OLED. It's pretty standard, actually. Definitely going to be totally fine for indoor environments. Looks like you can get a peak HDR 1300, so that's also very good, obviously. Infinite contrast ratio, because it's an OLED, of course. Very good response time, 0.03 microseconds. That's going to be fantastic. That's OLED. That's pretty standard there. You do have a couple different adaptive sync here, FreeSync, Premium Pro, and Adaptive Sync. Very good. You have exceptionally good color accuracy. Average delta E of under 2, that is fantastic. So if you're doing professional work, this monitor is fantastic. You do have sRGB, 130%, so very high color space, which gives you just shy of 100% DCI-P3. That's what I like to use. I'm in the DCI-P3 color space. Again, good for professional work, but if you're a gamer, this color space here is going to be incredibly rich and saturated. You do get lots of different ports. I'll show those off in the videos here, but the other thing that's very interesting, of course, it's 1440p, ultra wide, and very high refresh rate, 240 hertz. Okay, I don't normally film setup, but this one has a really cool base. So that's going to actually sit kind of on top of that. And you actually get a metal on metal situation going on here. And I like to see that. Okay, it's a fairly eloquent solution here. Yeah, I've never seen a base like this. They all kind of follow the same MO these days. Okay, so before I get it hooked up, I'm going to actually show you the monitor. It has this really clean kind of, it's a plastic, but it has a design on it, and it looks cool. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. There's a USB-A on the bottom, 2 USB-C just behind, so these are easy to access. You can just literally reach on. You have 2 USB-C and a USB-A. Underneath here, we have some more stuff. We have 2 HDMI, 1 display port, 1 USB-C with display as well. Very good. USB-B, Ethernet, and 2 more USB-A. The USB-B you can use to connect your computer and use this kind of like a little dock hub type thing, which I'll do that. Yeah, why not? The back of the monitor, maybe not as important, but depends on your setup. You may actually be showing off the back of your monitor if you have your desk is not against the wall. So that looks clean, very nice. You do get this kind of nipple style. I vastly prefer that. I'm so tired of buttons like that. I want to navigate like that. You do have a switch, a quick switch between modes. That's a gaming mode switch, not what that is. Power, but that's key right there. Lots of motion that way, right? And then of course up and down. So you can actually get pretty low. That's good. That's perfect right there. Okay, so here's another thing we can have a look at here. And that's the settings and some of the hub type stuff. So brightness is turned all the way up. You have contrast. You have, of course, you do have HDR, different modes in here as well. You have game mode settings, adaptive sync, just AMD FreeSync it has built in. Very good. Color, multiple color modes. All right, you have warm, sRGB, DCI-P3, different modes here. I'm a DCI-P3 kind of guy. So we have basically a dock. So I hooked up USB-A right now. I've hooked up some USB-C type stuff, and then that's hooked into the desktop over here, and it works as a dock, of course, right? So I ran some tests, and you get SATA speeds. So very good. SATA speeds, not Thunderbolt 4 or anything like that, but I mean, it's not that kind of monitor. You still get SATA speeds. In fact, I've already done some game testing on this thing, and I will be totally honest, I did all of the game launching off of this. And this was plugged into that. It was plugged into the monitor, not into my desktop. Now, it does have absolute blacks because it is an OLED, so you have absolute blacks. It looks different because I've been using a lot of glossy OLEDs, a lot of Lenovo Legion laptops recently. There's like a weird pattern on that. I don't see that in real life. That's weird. whatever. You get a glossy OLED, and yeah, the glossy OLED, you get slightly more vibrancy as well, but then you do get a lot of bad reflections. Yeah, they look better on my cell phone, which I'm going to cut in some image from my cell phone here because they look way better on my cell phone. For some reason, the DJI isn't like muting it. The iPhone is picking up the colors much better. Nice, super vibrant reds, like a nice blood red. Okay, the blacks look really good too. Bring that down. I mean, it's an OLED, so you'd hope so. All right, very nice. And it's just, I'm just so used to glossy OLEDs where this would just be my face the whole time. It's like they're actually hard to record some of those glossy OLEDs. We don't have that issue here. It looks quite nice. All right, and because it's because of the color space as well, you're going to have beautiful, vibrant colors, greens popping off the screen because of that DCI-P3 color space as well. This can sometimes look almost dead on a weaker screen. A lot of people equate OLEDs with good color space, and that's not actually true. They're independent of one another. OLEDs mean that you get good refresh rate and excellent blacks, obviously, but color space is not necessarily tied to OLED. In this case, though, and in some cases, most cases, it seems like Lenovo Legion laptops and that, they put good color space on them because you're spending all this money on a laptop, or on a monitor. You get in the OLED version, you're going to want to have good color space. So it's a lovely screen. Lovely, lovely screen. So, I mean, not even just for gaming. Of course, for gaming, we'll test some nice vibrant games, of course, today. But, yeah, if you're consuming content, it's going to be really, really nice. And it just goes into, you know, if it's not ultra-wide content, it's just going to cut it off a little bit there, but it looks beautiful. I feel like testing a beautiful game. I test Horizon Forbidden West because it's a beautiful game. It's colorful, it's saturated, it's bright, and it's vivid. Look at that. Man, there's just really no contest. I mean, if you're looking at like an ultra wide like this, 1440p ultra wide, so you're gonna have good pixel density. It's bright, it's a very bright screen. You're going to get excellent colors, and then you do get good blacks. And you may think, okay, well, there's not a lot of blacks here. Well, you'd be surprised, right? When you're looking in these shaded areas, it does add a lot more depth to the image when you have the OLED blacks. It's not necessary. I mean, I use an IPS all the time, but it's hard to compare. Look at those beautiful colors. Absolutely stunning. Pretty high refresh. I mean, we have a 5080 we're working with here, and I mean, we're getting a very high frame rate, obviously, 150. So we're able to leverage a lot of that high refresh. We're going to actually test a game where we can go even higher, but I just want to kind of point this out here. Just how damn nice it looks. It really is a beautiful screen. I mean, you're getting a huge OLED screen, beautiful, large OLED screen. It's going to be very... There we go. It's going to be very easy to get sucked into the game, get sucked into the content that you're consuming when you're on something like this. The curve does... I'm actually very prone to motion sickness, by the way. Extremely prone to motion sickness. And it actually doesn't bother me. And maybe because it's so curved, it's almost like more natural. I don't know. Not sure. I find that like big flat panels, like I had a C42, C2 42-inch OLED like TV, those ones, and oh my god, did it ever make me nauseous. It was right in front of me, and I got so motion sick, and I'm not noticing that here. And normally these type jerky games would make me feel sick, but it maybe because of the curve, it actually helps with the depth of field and perception, that kind of stuff. It's a little bit more natural, right? Very cool. Okay, let's try a fast-paced game, because this thing has also a crazy high refresh. So let's get into a game where that will actually matter, potentially. Okay, now I've been told that FrameGen is the way to go, because it's 2025 and blah, 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 and NVIDIA and AMD, and everybody says FrameGen. So let's do it. We have a 5080. We have FrameGen on, 4x FrameGen, and therefore we're going to be able to rip absolute crazy frame rates. 295. I mean, the screen max is at 240, but I mean, yeah, having such high frame rates, and like, I mean, this is a non-competitive shooter, but I mean, if you play competitive games, competitive shooters, I know people will play those games at, you know, 1080p and even 1440p, but nowadays you have, you know, very high powerful GPUs. You can play those games at relatively high refresh rates like this at 1440p ultra wide, right? Look at this frame rate. This is doomed. This is not exactly an easy game to run. Of course, you can turn off frame gen. You'll still get 150 FPS. So, but I just want proof of concept here. You know, I don't play competitive online shooters, so I'm not the right guy to ask about competitive online shooters and being good at them. I just am not good because I'm an old man now. But this is the type, you know, you're getting fast twitch action. You need to have high refresh rates because, you know, it's either you or the person in front of you. And if they're pro and you're pro, and if they see you and react faster than you based on hardware limitations, that's bad. I do get it. Like, it's not my thing, but it doesn't mean I don't understand. And yeah, this is that kind of monitor. And I mean, if it was 4K ultra wide, you'd be really pushing, you know, what kind of hardware do you need here? But I mean, this is a 5080. It's not an unreasonable GPU for someone who plays a lot of games, especially at a competitive level. Anyways, so, man, is it ever immersive to play on such a big screen? I play Doom on like a freaking handheld. It's not even in the same realm of existence. It's so much more immersive. My God. I'm not getting motion sick too. Honestly, I thought I would get so motion sick doing these videos. I've been putting it off, the actual recording part. And I've been playing I play a lot of not so fast games, honestly. And I was like, oh God, I'm gonna have to come in here and test Doom and stuff, and I'm gonna like vomit because it's such a big screen. You know, it's wide, very wide, and you know, there's just a lot of screen in front of me. But the thing is, I think because it's curved, I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. I'm not getting motion sick from it. And normally at this point in the video, I'd be like, oh, I can take a break, getting dizzy. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just working for me. So, I mean, that's the monitor there. It's fantastic. It looks great. I mean, you're getting OLED blacks, you're getting non-glossy OLED blacks, you're getting very good color space, a super high refresh rate, it's bright. You get a full kind of dock setup, USB-B, plug that in, USB-A port, you're going to get all kinds of peripherals you can plug in. The curvature at first I thought was a little overwhelming, but it's actually not. It actually kind of helps with my motion sickness for some reason. I'm not really sure why, how, but it does. And it's just much more engaging, obviously, when you're playing a game and, you know, the wide, ultra wide part's like off to the side. It's hard for you're not seeing it the same. Here, this is much more natural. So it's fantastic. The ergonomics are good. It's a really nice monitor. Honestly, it's a really nice monitor. So if you're looking at one of these, I mean, I've seen them in all kinds of prices. I've seen them full price, and I've seen some pretty good sales on them as well. Lenovo sent this one. It's just a loaner. I have to send it back. But I was actually debating buying one at some point. Yeah, it's a damn nice screen. So honestly, I'm looking to upgrade my setup, and this might be potentially a very high contender. I had a Lenovo mini LED gaming monitor as well, and this one, I mean, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.